Hello everyone and welcome back to a short EP review, and in this video I'm going to review A Forest by Behemoth. Wow, that was unexpected and not in a good way. This was not a good EP. This was actually really bad. Now here is the thing with Behemoth's music. I think that their last projects so far have been slightly overrated. Behemoth is one of those bands that managed to make a more of a commercial success in the extreme realm of music as the years would pass by, and getting into albums like The Satanist or their very last one, I Loved You at Your Darkest. I think that those works, they definitely have their moments, but especially with like The Satanist, for example, I thought that this album was kind of overproduced and way too commercial for my own taste in the realm of death and black metal music. But I definitely didn't expect such a massive downfall with this brand new EP. A Forest is a brand new single the band released not that long ago, and it also features Niklas Kvarforth from Shining fame, and this track is a cover of the Cure track A Forest, and it's just such a pretentious mess and such an unnecessary cover to be made. It's not an issue with Behemoth covering this thing or how different it sounds compared to the original, but they really butchered this one. And even people I didn't see taking this cover that lightly because this cover sucks. And the thing is that in its sound it has some quite sort of generic black metal and gothic metal elements. It is definitely done in a very awkward fashion, but definitely the worst thing about this song was the vocals. I don't know what's with those vocals of Nergal. I really don't remember any other time cringing that much with Nergal's vocals. I never thought that he was like a super wow vocalist, but I still would remember his voice to be kind of okay and his performances to be sort of decent. So I'm really curious as of what happened here and why did he think that this sort of vocal delivery would work in a track like this, because all of those screams are so far up in the mix and they sound so pretentious, like he's trying so hard to just portray a very edgy black metal image that really comes out as such a cringy result. This is one of the worst examples of black metal screams I've ever heard in a song. In general, the production and the sound of this thing, it's kind of overproduced, it's quite generic and pretty standard, but it's definitely with the vocals where I was really scratching my head as of what they were thinking, and it ends up being a track that I really don't like at all. It would probably end up being one of the worst songs I've heard this year because it really stands as a really obnoxious and annoying way of making a cover song that ends up sounding so cringy and so try hard, and it was so unnecessary to sound like this. Then you also have a live version of this track, which I don't know why they decided that this is a good thing to put a live version of this song, but the live version doesn't sound that much better. Sure, the vocals wouldn't sound that pretentious and that awful into the mix, but still, even the idea by itself with the structure of the song and the instrumentation doesn't really save it. Then after this point you have two quite short tracks which by themselves are definitely far more bearable, but we're still not talking about two great tracks. They're basically quite generic black metal stuff with like adding elements of gothic metal in order to capture pretty much the aesthetic that the cover of A Forest had. It's a case of two songs that sound quite overproduced, unnecessarily sort of edgy and pretentious. I think Evoe has some okay riffs here and there, but in general the ideas to these songs are quite generic and really just basic standard forgettable stuff. So yeah, this lands being one of the worst things I've heard so far this year. This EP feels like quite a disgrace for the band and everything they've built up upon all of those years. In this EP it feels like they try way too hard to portray something that just doesn't work, and they try so hard to the point where it gets more annoying and more cringing than ended up being compelling. So at the end of the day, yeah, this EP was a major disappointment. I'm going to give A Forest a 3 plus out of 10. What's your opinion on this EP? Like it? Dislike it? Why? And what do you want me to review next time? Let me know down in the comments. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.